Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my little YouTube channel. Happy birthday to you. No. Hello, everybody. How are you? I hope you're doing great, and I hope you're happy and healthy, and everything is okay with you. So today we're going to talk about all things YouTube because I'm celebrating my very first YouTube anniversary. In this video, I would like to share some top secret information about YouTube and how it works. The thing is that quite a lot of people around me are interested in YouTube because they either started their own YouTube channel and they want to share the pain with me. They want to know if I face the same obstacles, or I've got some students and friends who would like to start their own YouTube channel. So I would like this video to be like a motivation for you to do it, because I want you to do it because it's amazing, and in my opinion it is definitely worth it. Anyway, let's talk about some numbers first, shall we? I posted my very first video on the 6th of July 2023. So far I've got 31,596 subscribers. In total, I've got 19,019,515 views. What the fuck? My total number of watch time is 124,743. My most successful YouTube video has got 5 million... 5 million views. My second most viewed video has got 3.5. This is ridiculous. And then we've got 1.3 million, we've got 1.1 million, we've got 1 million, 500k, 400k, 300k, and it goes all the way down to 52. I reached the first level of monetization on the 20th of May 2024, and I reached the full monetization on the 31st of May. Yeah. Again, mind-blowing. So, in case you didn't know, there are two levels of monetization. For the first one, you need 3,000 watch hours or 3 million views of your YouTube shorts. But that one is only for like memberships and super thanks and all of those things that I wouldn't pay for myself. So I think that one is a little bit useless. But the second level, where you need 10 million shorts views or 4,000 public watch hours, that is the full monetization, meaning you will have ads on your videos, and that's the way you can earn money. I think that one is a little bit better. When I saw those numbers, I thought like that's a lot, and indeed it is a lot. And I thought that I will have to take the classic way, like through long videos, because when I saw the number like 10 million, I was 100% sure that I just don't have a chance. But something happened. Something very, very interesting happened. I cannot explain it myself, but I will try. And I actually got monetized through those YouTube shorts because I was able to reach 3 million on the 20th of May, and then a couple of days later I got to 10 million. I still can't believe that. It's like, it blows my mind, especially when I say these numbers out loud. It's just ridiculous. So first we're going to talk about some numbers and technicalities and thingies like that, and then I would like to give you a lot of motivational to get you hopefully motivated for you to start your own YouTube journey, because it's cool. So let's talk about subscribers first. So first of all, this number goes up and down. It just does, right? It's not like you get like faithful subscribers straight away. No, typically you get like 10, you lose 5, then you get 7, then you lose 2, then you get 15, then you lose 10, and it goes like that. So don't be surprised if the number fluctuates. You know, it's not anything personal. I guess like people can like accidentally subscribe to your channel, or, you know, they just don't like your content. You know, it's absolutely fine. But the number is dancing. Also, there is something called YouTube purge or something like that, where YouTube deletes subscribers and views which are not legit. So it's some bots or like fake accounts or something like this. So once actually I witnessed when there was like a drop and it was like 200 people, like within a second. Yeah, it just happened. When it comes to YouTube Shorts, I typically get one person per 1,000 views, or 2 people per 1,000 views, and it kind of like matches all of my videos. I don't know if it is the same thing for everybody, but in my case, it typically works like that. So if I get 2,000 views, it means 1 or 2 people. If I get 100,000 views, that's around 100, 200 people. So it's not much, but I think it is understandable, because with YouTube Shorts, YouTube like shoves your video into the faces of people who may not be interested in you and in your content. So it makes sense that you can get a lot of views, but not that many subscribers from that. Now let's talk about Shorts. When it comes to Shorts, you have to bear in mind that every single video is gonna have dislikes. Every single one of them. The moment you cross 1,000 views, like, I can guarantee that you will get dislikes. My rate of dislikes versus likes is 97%, which I think it's quite cool, because I don't like my videos either. I actually don't understand the purpose of that dislike button, because of course people will dislike your video. Like, it's understandable, but you don't have to see it. Do you know? Like, what's the point? I don't know. Apparently YouTube doesn't care. So in case you get a lot of dislikes, it should not affect the performance of your videos. But why do they have it then? Another thingy is that people from YouTube Shorts don't typically watch your long videos. It's basically like 2 different platforms, and they don't cross over. Like, YouTube Shorts viewers don't typically convert to your long format, which was quite interesting to watch, because within like 1 week I got 15,000 subscribers. Like, it was ridiculous. And the views on my long videos didn't change at all. Like, people just don't care. They just enjoy this or that. And there is no crossover. When it comes to the views of the YouTube Shorts, it goes in waves. There are like certain exams that your video has to pass. It's not like you get like millions of views during one night. Not in my case. I typically upload my videos at 3 p.m. and for the first 6 hours, nothing's happening. Literally nothing. Like, typically I would get around like 50 views, 100 maybe. Nothing is happening. And then something happens. YouTube takes your video and it just shoots it to everybody. And you can see, like, literally you can see a spike in your views. This stops after 2 hours, right? And depending on the result, like if the people are watching it and they were engaging in it, with it, then you can go to the next round, which is again like 6 hours later. You can go to the next round. Then again, based on your performance, YouTube will see how well the video is doing, and then you can continue. So it goes like that. Don't expect like millions of views overnight. No, it takes a couple of days or weeks to get to the stars. Yeah. Videos can also be resurrected. So for example, this video of mine is the best example, because you can see that for 140 or 20 days, nothing was happening, and the video was sitting on like 2,000 views, and out of a sudden, boom, something happened, and now we are close to 100,000. And it is probably because your following is growing, and they are probably going through your old videos, and if they engage with those ones, YouTube will push it to like larger audience again. So if your videos are not doing great now, it's okay. Just be patient, because it can take months for the video to get any recognition. Another thingy is that comments don't matter. I mean, they do matter. Definitely not the most important factor in the overall performance. Because, for example, if you look at this video, you will see that it has got over 6,000 comments, but the views are sitting on 300k or 400k at the moment. Whereas the video that got 5 million views, it actually got the first million with only 100 comments. But when you look at the shares, how many times it was shared, you see that the video that performed better has got like much larger number of shares. So I would say that it is more important to share the video rather than comment on it. But that's just my theory. Like overall, YouTube is looking at how many people chose to view your video, for how long they watched the video, if they commented, if they shared it, and all of those things. So like the overall performance is a mix of all of these thingies together. But just to summarize it, especially when it comes to how many people chose to view your video, from my experience, if you get to 30%, you might expect around 1,000 to 3,000 views. If you get to 50%, you might be somewhere around 50k, 60k, or something like this. If you get to 70%, that's where there is a probability that you might hit 1 million. And if you get to 80% and above, like that's where you can reach the big numbers. But of course, it really depends if the audience viewed majority of the video. The best length apparently is 24 seconds, and I agree with that because the video with 400k is only 7 seconds long, but like shorter videos are judged very harshly. This video in particular was rewatched. On average, people watched 256%, but just because it's short, it doesn't matter really. But it was the videos which have around 20 seconds which reach the millions. Yeah. So overall, how to go viral. I was actually looking at those videos that reached the million and they have something in common. Yeah, because I'm an English teacher. I make videos about English, anything English. These videos in particular are showing something that not many people know about. For example, the video with piblings and siblings. Most of my students have never heard of this vocabulary. So I guess that most people in the world never heard of this vocabulary. So that's why I made the video. Or tercentenary, bicentenary. Again, most of my students don't know these things. And even I myself didn't know for a very, very long time. That's exactly why I made that video. Just because I didn't know these things at some point. Most of my students don't know these things. I assume that most people in the world don't know these things. So these videos, they share something very interesting that people didn't know. And they also arouse curiosity. For example, this video with these like interesting thoughts, it just makes you think about it and process the information, or like rewatch it and process that, or like go to the comment section because you are lost, maybe you don't understand, and most people will try to find the answer in the comment section. So that's very effective. Also, one of my videos is quite shocking. It arouses curiosity, but also it's a little bit like, yeah, because I use a couple of swear words in that one, and I guess that's quite like... So overall, based on my analysis, you have to share either really interesting piece of information that nobody has ever heard before, or you have to shock people, surprise them, and just like arouse their curiosity. Make it 20 seconds, try to make it funny, and Bob's your uncle. I think that when it comes to YouTube Shorts, there is this kind of spectrum where you can choose to provide really good educational content, like you're gonna teach people something, or you're gonna share like really interesting pieces of information, or you can rely on the pretty face, let's say. There is a lot of beautiful people who just like look beautiful in their videos, and that's about it. But again, like, people are fascinated by that. So if you are pretty, use it and people will love you. You can also be on the funny side. It means you just make people happy and you try to entertain them, because let's be honest, most people use social media because they just want to have a good time. You know, they just want to relax, you know, chill down, just forget about the world, because world is horrible and it's full of horrible people. They just want to relax and they just want to have a good time. So you can be that person who can give it to them. Or you can be on the cringe side of things. Where you just do awful things. It doesn't matter what quality it is. You just shock people. Even though people are not interested in that, they just can't stop watching it, because they are like, what the fluff is this? And they just can't stop. You know, they don't have to like it. They just like, they are just fascinated by that. They can just purely hate it. But, you know, if they hate it, they engage, they talk about it, they comment, they share it. So mission accomplished. You know, that's the thing. Like, you don't need people to like your videos. You just need them to watch it. This is one thing that I forgot to say about subscribers, that you kind of like don't need them. You need them in order to get monetized. You know, you need 1,000 people there, but that's about it. From that point on, it's all about views. It's not about the number of subscribers. It's just like, it's not important. Like, of course, you can create beautiful community of people who will watch every single one of your videos, who will support you and who will engage, and it will definitely help you. But it's kind of like not necessary at the same time. Now let's have a look at long videos. As you can see, my videos are not doing really well. Most of my videos have around 100 views or 200 views, 400 or something like this. So we can take my videos as a lovely example of the things you should not be doing. First of all, thumbnails. My thumbnails are awful. Like, as you can see, I've got obsession with plants, and I just can't get rid of this like jungly theme. I just can't. Hence my awful thumbnails. They are a little bit too jungly. They're really messy. You cannot read what is actually on there, so don't do that. Make it clear. Make it easy to read. Make it obvious, you know, what the video is about. Just keep it simple. That's that. Also, my videos are incredibly long. I've got these like long studying sessions, and like nobody has got time for that. Like, I've got like 2 hours, 1 hour, and like nobody has got time for this. I think like 15 minutes is like the standard length of a video, between 10 and 15 minutes. I think that's the typical length that people can kind of manage. Then of course, quality. You should be using good quality camera. I guess like most phones nowadays have a good quality camera. I, on the other hand, decided to use my web camera because I just bought it and people were promising that it's a good quality and it's not, but I just can't be bothered. And I just kind of like it. It just looks a bit different, but at this stage I really don't care, to be honest. But make sure that you've got good quality camera. Then of course the content itself, right? What is important to remember is that people don't care about you. They don't care about you. They didn't click on your video because they care about you. They clicked on the video because they care about the information. So you should make it all about the information, right? Nobody cares about you and how you feel and how your day was, which I'm the master of, because I'm the master of rambling. And when I make my videos, I just chat. I just do. I just can't help it. I'm just so excited to speak with somebody, although it is just a camera. Now, just a couple of tips. So the tip number 1 is that if you have ever considered starting a YouTube channel, just do it. Just do it. You know, like, you've got nothing to lose. Literally nothing. A lot of my friends, not a lot of, but you know, some of my friends would like to do it, but they are scared of the judgment. But I'm thinking, like, judgment of who? You know, like people on the internet that you have never seen before and that you will never see in the future. You just don't know who they are. Like, really? Like, do you care about their opinion? Just doesn't make sense. Just doesn't make sense. Like, if you just don't know these people, so why would you care? And some people are afraid of the judgment of their friends and the family. Again, like, people just don't care. You know, like, if you say like to your brother, like, hey, I started a YouTube channel, Most people would say just, okay. And they don't have time to watch it anyway. Like, people are busy with themselves. So just don't expect, just because you started a YouTube channel, everybody will be really interested and they will watch like every second of it and they will overanalyze. Like, no, nobody cares. Genuinely, nobody cares. Even the people who are the closest to you, they will just not watch it. They just don't have time for those things. So just enjoy it, focus on yourself, and just forget anybody. And the best thing about all of this is just, you can, in case you feel uncomfortable, you can just delete those videos. Like, trust me, like the moment you delete your channel, nobody will remember you. Everybody will instantly forget, or actually they forget even after like watching one of your videos. You just don't mean anything to anybody, and for that reason you can do anything and you can be anybody. Tip number 2 is that you just have to mentally allow yourself to be at something. I think a lot of people just don't want to be bad, and they don't want to be like at the beginning, because the truth is that you just will be bad. First couple of videos or hundreds of videos, they will be awful. It doesn't matter if you like them or you don't like them, like it will be bad. Like, trust me, if you look at it further down the line, like you will see that it was awful. Whether you liked it at that time or not, like you just will develop, you just will improve, like things will change and you will see. Also, it's beautiful, because let me tell you something, everything in life is not about the final destination, it's about the journey, and it's about your development, and it's about you becoming better at something. And with YouTube videos, like, you can see it. It's like a visual proof of you improving and developing and doing something amazing and just like working on yourself and becoming better at something. So just embrace the fact that you are just awful at something and just keep learning and enjoy the ride, enjoy the journey, because it's beautiful. Tip number 3 is just take it easy. Don't put any pressure on yourself, because in order to make videos, you have to cover a lot of areas, right? Like, you have to be the performer, you have to be the actor, you have to be the director, right? You have to be the screenwriter, you have to create the script, you have to do the makeup in case you are using costumes, you have to be the editor, you have to be the graphic designer in order to make the thumbnails. And all of these things are actual jobs. Like, people get paid for these things. Like, there are university courses for all of these areas, right? So don't put the pressure on yourself, because like, of course you don't know how to do all of these things. Of course it's gonna be awful. So just take it easy and just enjoy the ride, and take it step by step, and you will see that you will improve. Like, again, like if you look at my videos, like you will see how awful they were. Like, I started with like cutting things out of videos first, then I did some videos. You can see that the lighting is awful, like the camera is not focusing. I was not really sure how to edit the videos, like where to stand, like should I be close to the camera, should I be a bit further away? And then you can see that like these first videos are like a mix of everything, like from a different angle. I was overthinking my facial expressions, I didn't know like what to do. Like, now it's still awful, but I feel more confident about certain things. Like, I know what to do and things are just much easier. So just, again, enjoy the process and you will see that you can work it out as you go. Yeah. Tip number 4 is also that you will not have it all worked out like right from the start. You just will not. Like, you might start your YouTube channel with some sort of idea. You are like, yes, I want to be making these kinds of videos, but that can change. For example, I started with classic teaching videos like this is an apple, this is a pear, this is an orange or whatever. And I absolutely hated it. Like, I thought, yeah, like everybody is doing it, so of course I'm going to be doing that. But I realized that it's not my cup of tea. It was like my heart was not in it. So I decided to do more like sketches or like funny videos or something like this, because it's connected to me. And like those videos either like made me laugh or it was about information that, shocked me. So I just wanted to share it with others. So it's more personal. And this is what I like at the moment. in the future, I might enjoy something completely different. So don't think that you need to have a business plan and you have to know what you're doing. No, just start and you will see, what it feels like and what you just want to be doing. And feel free to change it at any point. Which brings me to number 5, which is the fact that you should enjoy it. Make sure you love it. Make sure you enjoy it, because in case you are driven by the idea of making money one day, you might get hugely disappointed. It took me 10 months to see my first couple of dollars from YouTube. So imagine that you will be working somewhere for free for a year. It's a long period of time, and you will devote a lot of time and a lot of energy, and you will be learning a lot of new skills in order to do that. So if the only motivation of yours is just seeing the money on your bank account, like, you might get discouraged very, very quickly. Because in case you are not growing and you are not getting any views, like trust me, after 6 months of not seeing any improvement, or just really, really slow and really, really little, you might feel not really optimistic about your decision. So for that reason, you just have to make sure that you really enjoy it, that you really, really love it, and there is something that is beneficial for you. Which brings me to the tip number 6, which is don't be afraid to get inspired by others, right? Because the truth is that you are not special. You are just not. I'm sorry to say that, but you are just not. Like, I can guarantee that there is already somebody on YouTube who is doing exactly what you want to be doing. You just can't be original. Like, maybe you can, but I think you will always find somebody who is already doing those things, and they might be successful. So don't be afraid and check them out. See what they are doing, see what was successful for them, and feel free to make your own version of that. I'm not saying like steal their content, but you know what, like steal it. I don't mean like steal it, but you can use their audios. You should always credit them in the description of the video, but get inspired by them, because at the end of the day, like, who cares? Like, everybody is copying everybody. Like, if you look at some huge channels with like millions of subscribers, you will see that they are just taking someone else's audios and they are just like creating their own video for that, or they just like steal it and they just make their own version of something that someone else created before. And it happens, everybody does it. Because at the beginning I thought, like, I just want to be special, I'm not gonna copy anybody. But you know what, like, why not? Like, at the end of the day, like, who cares? It's about you. If you like it, do it, and fluff everybody else. Which brings me to the tip number 7, which is hateful comments. Hateful comments, yeah. Luckily, I don't get that many of those. Maybe it's my personality, because most of the comments are something along the lines of, it's cringe. Your videos are cringe. And I'm like, duh. Of course it is. Like, I made it. I've seen the video. Like, I know that. My videos are cringe, and like that's the point, actually. Like, it is. Like, I just am. My whole existence is cringe, and that's the way it is. So I don't take this in particular as a hateful comment, to be honest. But what I mainly want to say is that if there is a comment that is kind of like hovering above you, or it's like sitting in your head, delete it instantly. Because there was a couple of comments which were not like hateful or horrible, but at some point I just found myself thinking about them, because I was like, should I reply something funny, or should I reply something passive aggressive, or should I be serious, and should I teach them a lesson that, this is not the way you should be speaking with people, and like all of that. And you know what, like I actually did respond to a couple of these, and you know what happened? Nothing. Like, either they didn't react at all, or they deleted the comment. There was a couple of people who, for example, they said, oh, your video is cringe. And I was like, yeah, I know, ha ha ha. And they were like, yeah, but I love you and I love your videos. Doesn't make sense. You might think that it's a hateful comment, but in reality, it's actually not. Do you know what I mean? So just don't bother. Like, if you can ignore it, ignore it. If you can embrace it, embrace it. But if you find yourself like thinking about it, erase it, delete it straight away, so you can like forget about it instantly, because it's about you and your mental health. And you should make space for the things you love. You know, you should make space for positivity and creativity, and not someone else's. And I think that's it. So I know that nobody is gonna watch this video because nobody watches my long videos. But in case you have watched it, then I love you. I appreciate it. And I'm wishing you all the best on your YouTube journey. I hope I will see your videos. Yeah. If you have any more questions about this topic, feel free to let me know. Write a comment. I can't remember if I said everything that I wanted to say. But anyway, take care. Stay happy and healthy. And I will catch you later.